Hey guys, this is Captain 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another episode review of Superman and Lois. I believe this was episode 8. Sorry for not getting last week's episode review. I was watching the Clippers and I was kind of down at the time, and then I was just too tired to do the review, but it was a great episode nevertheless. One of the best episodes. Finding out that it wasn't really Luthor, it was Steel. I forgot his name. John Irons. I believe that's what they said. But this episode takes place from there after they captured him and stuff like that. And kind of the multiple storylines. Well, there's kind of two different storylines. It's kind of just that and then the whole combining with the Lois thing. Essentially, after they had caught him, Irons, what they did was they were in there to question him and stuff like that. And when obviously Superman goes in there to try to question him, he's not giving any answers and stuff like that because he's like, I'd rather speak with Lois than you and stuff like that. And he's just not talking. In the meantime, we see that Lois, which funny enough, the episode kind of starts off with Lois in a session where she's talking to a counselor because she starts talking about how she upset somebody and she said something she regrets. Anyway, what we later find out is her and John, what they do is they're going through obviously Iron's little RV and stuff like that, and that's when they find out, oh, he's from a different Earth and stuff like that. And that's when they see everything like, oh, this dude used to be married to Lois on another Earth and things like that. So that's kind of a whole shocker there. And in the meantime, they're questioning obviously him, but he's not speaking. So what happens next, really, and this is, again, if this feels like very quick, that's how it feels. Now, the next kind of thing is what happens is because the whole situation going on, Jonathan and Jordan kind of have to quit. Now, the other side plot, which is kind of the smaller side plot, is the whole side plot with Lana Lane's husband, and obviously, crap, man, I keep forgetting these people's names, man. Hold on a quick second, guys. Okay, back. Sarah. The thing is with Lana's whole thing with Kyle is we know she's trying to hide the fact, or she's trying to make sure she keeps Kyle out of the whole process where Morgan Edge is there, wants him. But what happens is, Kyle runs into what's-her-face Kryptonian girl, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, she turned down the application that Morgan Edge was accepting. And that's when Kyle kind of gets heated at Lana for that. He starts getting in his whole drinking mode and stuff like that. But the thing is, he had promised Sarah that he would go help her out with her tryout in the talent show or something like that. And the thing is, Jordan had to go in for obviously Kyle. And because, sorry for that interruption again, but as I was saying, Jordan had to take over for Kyle's spot because Kyle just wasn't there, and it gets Sarah to get mad at him and stuff like that. So now there's again more broken trust between Sarah and Kyle, which, oh, that's just great. That's wonderful. Anyways, what happens with Jonathan this episode, which kind of gets Lois to break down, is Jonathan searching more into the RV, but then he touches something that he shouldn't be doing, which opens the weapon slot. But then the AI comes on, is like, identify yourself, otherwise you're gonna die. And luckily enough, Lois gets there in time before Jonathan ends up getting shot. She calls Clark. Clark manages to break open the RV, managed to shield Jonathan before he essentially took bullets. And essentially it sends Lois on the deep end with everything that happened here and stuff like that. And essentially it makes Lois lash out at Jonathan in a way where, I'm not saying a parent shouldn't lash out at their kids like that, just tone it down a bit. But she was clearly stressed and everything. And the whole thing behind her getting the reason why she's stressed, and the reason why she felt the way she did, and the reason why she's speaking to the counselor, is because we actually find out that Lois actually had a miscarriage. Her and Clark were supposed to have a girl. I believe the name was supposed to be Natalie. And the crazy thing is, in the world where Irons is from, they had that daughter, and it was the same name as what the miscarriage baby in this Earth's Lois was supposed to have. And it kind of sets, it kind of made her on the fact where she explains that she blames the miscarriage, and the counselor was trying to say you can't blame something that just happens, that could just naturally happen like that. And the reason why she lashed out at Jonathan because she felt like, you know, not only with the miscarriage, if she had lost Jonathan, she would blame herself for it and stuff like that. Which by the end of the episode, it kind of makes it to where Irons realized the mistake he made and stuff like that. And what happens before it looks like they're going to take him back to his cell, this one DOD person who apparently has the powers of Kryptonians manages to take a hold of Irons. He gets Clark to fight into this whole room where it's essentially just a weapons-filled area of, you know, kryptonite and stuff like that. There's like kryptonite grenades, kryptonite, you know, sprays, different types of stuff. General Lane was telling Superman. Obviously, Superman was pissed, like, what the hell? But you get a kryptonite battle. The scene was pretty crazy and stuff like that, and it was really good. But then that's when you have Irons come in, somewhat save Superman, stabs the other dude, but then looks like he's about to kill Superman. But then that's when Lois kind of calms him down and saying, listen, what happened in your world isn't your fault and stuff like that, and it kind of turns him down. And what happens is they later release him. He gets his RV back, and then he changes himself from Captain Luthor to his real name, and he's gonna just, I guess, be around. So I wonder if he's going to assist from time to time, even though he told Superman, like, just because I may be assisting to try to prevent this whole thing from happening again, this war of this Kryptonian war happening here on Earth, doesn't mean I have no sympathy for you and stuff like that, because he still feels like Clark is going to turn, even though we all know he's not going to do that and stuff like that. General Lane talks to Superman a little bit about all the weapons, and he's like, look, I'm sorry to find out this way. I know it's going to be, you know, hard for me to gain your trust again, but hey, just in a situation, if it were to happen, I have to be prepared. Which, understandably wise, I can understand. I never was cool with the whole idea where Superman and Supergirl always feel butthurt towards people that hold kryptonite. Like, I really don't. You know, because it's like, why are you gonna get mad at them when they're just taking a precautionary route? Like, why do you guys take so much offense to somebody having kryptonite? What if it's like you actually get mind control and you go crazy and you're under this person's mind control? Well, they're gonna have to stop you somehow. They have no kryptonite. You're essentially indestructible. Nobody on planet Earth could defeat you, only if you had a kryptonite. So I understand where General Lang is coming. It doesn't matter, any alliteration, whether it's a cartoon or a real life. I always hate the fact how the Kryptonian characters like Superman and Supergirl, and even on Supergirl and her CW shows, she always gives the looks like, why do you have that? I'm like, it's not that they don't trust you. It's just in a what if scenario. What if you did go bad? What if you got mind controlled? And stuff. What is the ways to stop you and calm you and slow you down, so where, guess what? Your attacks don't literally kill somebody and stuff like that. So obviously that's the thing there. So that kind of explains that whole thing. Also, Clark does tell General Lang, like, he thinks from Lois's reports that Morgan Edge is creating Kryptonians and stuff like that. So it seems like obviously the DOD is going to look into what Morgan Edge is doing and stuff like that. And it seems like this war of where the Kryptonians are doing is going to be coming sooner rather than later too. So It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens next in the storyline. Again, it was another great episode, even though I didn't speak much on it. And it kind of sped through things all over the place. It was a great episode. Like, it was a great episode. I don't care. If I made my review last week, then I would have said it, but I'm gonna say it here. Superman and Lois right now is the best DC CW TV show. Right now, it's the best DC CW. It's the best DC TV show on the CW right now. It's better than The Flash. It's better than Supergirl. It's better than Legends, which I don't watch Legends to begin with. I'm still gonna have to wait for Stargirl to come out. Although I did like Stargirl, but I would feel like even if Stargirl has another great season, this was just good because literally it's honestly like really good, which honestly makes me scratch my head at the fact that why does the CW, when it comes to running these shows, they make good storylines, you know, and then they kind of poop the thing. And it sucks too because for the Flash episode, I was kind of relieved for the Flash Little Forces storyline to be over, but it was actually a pretty cool episode. So I'm like, why did I not review the Flash? But oh yeah, and it's also better than Batwoman too. But this show is just crazy with how good it is. Like, the writing's good, everything's good about it. Like, just great. Anyways, that's kind of it. So if you guys have any other thoughts, leave them in the comment section. So if you guys like the video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Superman and Lois content. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. So other than that, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.